All right, y'all. Let's get into this topic right here. Interesting. Stephen A. Smith admits that JJ Redick and the Kendrick Perkins race debate, that went too far, dog. Chill. Habitual line steps in that argument right there. All right, so we all know that First Take, they embrace some debate. They don't give a damn. Let's talk that talk, right? And we can light the fire on that, and that's what it's supposed to be. But even Stephen A. Smith acknowledged that some segments, some can go too far. He was asked about on Bill Simmons' podcast about the on-air blow-up between Kendrick Perkins and JJ Redick. And during the NBA season, Perkins alleged that the NBA MVP voters are actually racially biased against the league's black players. A claim that later sparked a heated debate with JJ Redick. Now, I didn't think that was based in many of the facts of reality, as Shaq said, factual information. Man, like racially biased against black players, and all these black players are winning MVP. That's a weird way to show your racism or your bias, but I digress. So let's get some quotes in here from Stephen A. Smith, who said, first of all, it can go too far. Secondly, in that particular show, it did go too far. Preach. I thought both of them were wrong to a degree in terms of how far it went. Everybody I brought on this show, this is what I demand from them. Be your true, authentic self. Don't come on here with no phony shit. Don't have me or our audience looking at you and thinking you're faking something or you're saying something for just effect. You need to feel it. Here's where it gets tricky, though. What happens is sometimes in the heat of a debate, you're saying something and then you catch yourself. You're like, oh, yeah. What did I just say? He ain't lying there. Like, anybody ever got into an argument? I used to always look at people like, man, you know what you said and you meant it. And I think you still mean it, but you didn't mean to say it. There's a huge difference between I meant it and I meant to say it, right? Because you want to protect the other person. Let me give you one of these things I learned in counseling. Never argue with somebody that you really, truly, deeply love to the point of no return. Why? Because if you win that argument going forward, you will be talking to a loser. Now, it's not that literal, but think about it figuratively. Like, wow, I shouldn't try to have an argument with my wife. I shouldn't try to have this argument with my boy who I love, who I know we're going to end up forgiving ourselves. I hope we're going to forgive each other. And I shouldn't try to win it to that degree. Why? Because then they're going to feel like a loser, especially in romantic, intimate relationships, but all relationships in general. Just say your points. Let them say their points. Go at it. Let's talk. All right, dog. Nobody had to win it. There are different ways up that mountaintop. All right. So he continued talking about it. He said, what I didn't know was the fury. At least it appeared to be fury to me that JJ Redick was feeling over the subject. When he came on one hand, I understood how or why he felt the way he felt because of what Perk had said. On the other hand, I was saying to JJ, this is your colleague on the show. If you feel that way, did you have to come at him like that? Because it did get uncomfortable. Now, JJ and Kendrick made it appear like it was about them. And that's when I knew it was bad. And I stepped in. But it was uncomfortable. Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about when it gets to that point. Now, this goes both ways. Let me talk about this situation of you don't want to scorch the earth with your boy, right? Your colleague. You don't. And it's obvious why you don't want to, because you got to continue to work with that guy. Maybe this happens in the A block, right? And you go to commercial break, y'all huffing and puffing. Can't stand this dude. Well, I made my point. He lost. And then other guys saying, Kendrick saying he lost. And everybody huffing and puffing. Going to commercial break. Nobody's saying nothing. Everybody acting like they reading their notes. I've been there before. Everybody acting like they got notes to read. Man, fool, you ain't reading them notes. You just don't want to get no eye contact in. All right. And then soon they hear the break is over, just look straight up, don't even look at you. All right, we've been there before. Here's the flip side, though. That's why that side is wrong, but still necessary. Because this other side sometimes is no better. When you got to take care of your boy, when you got to look out for somebody, you got to make sure he don't look too bad. When you sitting there like, I don't agree with this BS, and I done told him 10 times. And now, just to save face of the show or to keep the flow going or so he won't look at his notes all damn break, I'm going to be nicer to him than I should be. I can't lie to y'all. That one happened to me more than the Kendrick JJ Redick one. I don't remember too many times, one hand maybe, that I got hot 100 with a guy to the point I was going to scorch the earth with him. Now I'm going to speak, and I'm going to speak with some foundation and some strength and some backbone. But I ain't trying to win them arguments like that. Here's the flip, though. I got tired of cats trying to win the argument on me, and I'm like, dog, let me play nice, in that team aspect. And I think that's something that we suffer from in the sports media industry. It's like you see a lot of teamwork going on. You see guys nod when they already disagree with it, but they nod like, yeah, okay. And you're like, so what point is the point, right? So it goes both ways in that respect. And sometimes holding somebody's hand just to make sure the show goes on, as Stephen A. Smith is talking about, doesn't really serve the conversation to its fullest, to its best. Doesn't really get you to the point where you can needle and understand exactly what is going on. But the alternative is you go on the other side and you're like, dog, I told you what this is. And somebody else is trying to hijack that or resist that, you're going to have a ton of problems. So y'all think that Perkins JJ debate went too far? All racial and stuff got too uncomfortable? How'd y'all feel about that? I don't want to rehash no old feelings or pick up no old scabs, but he brought it up, so I got to respond, right? Or is that type of conversation exactly what people on TV need to have and exactly what we want to see more of? Let me know in those comments.